caution that when we train children, let us train them to be people of integrity. And we keep following our ethics. When we are coming up with leaders, this system, there are certain patrons who feel they want to appease learners, so they organize elections. You will die. Because you want to do activities, the other student who did not go through during the elections will now begin creating a what? Creating another, they call it a Protestant, or they call it what? It is called what? Protestants. No, there is a name. Opposition. They will create an opposition, and maybe he has even followers. But when Brother Shafik said we need to maintain, like we are being reminded about our Shura system, it is a very nice one. Secondly, I want to request members as we are here, as patrons in particular, let's respect and value students' activities, even the smallest activity. The problem with us patrons, we do not value students' activities. When students organize their meeting at their level and request the patron to be part of the meeting, maybe it's the beginning or it's the end, the patron does not apologize for not coming, and he doesn't even come. And students are just there, and then they organize that. Then later, when the students are very serious, they have gone on with their activities, then the patron comes and says, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? But they called you to be part of them and help them. You didn't come. You did not come. Now they have moved, they are going ahead, you are again coming, you want to guide them. It's like what I was telling my colleagues, the imams, who normally quarrel when they come on functions where there is music. We recently went somewhere in Buburo to marry. There was a lot of music, no program for Salah, no Dhuhr, no Asr, no Maghrib. Those who have come to the bride and the bridegroom, very, very good Muslim homes. And then somebody was quarreling, hey, but there is a lot of music here. I told him, did you participate in their organization? People have paid people to play music, and then are playing because they have paid them. And then you say that, why are you playing music? You want to guide them when you have come, you are on the high table? You suffer alone. If you want, you go away. Why? Because you didn't do your best. You are supposed to guide them before the function takes over. So when you are the patron and you have refused to guide children at a time when they are beginning, let it go. Don't quarrel with the students at a time when they are implementing what they had planned according to what they knew. So that one will move the impasse. So we are saying, let us value the students' what? Activities, even their small activities. I want to give you an example. That for us, we only value students' activities. But our counterparts, those who are in churches, when they hear that there is a satanic school called nursery and they have organized a handover or a graduation, they're inside in Butandiga. You will say Reverend driving there. But now for you, the regional patron, the district patron, they have called you in Bumadanda. Bumadanda Islamic Primary School. They are organizing there, maybe you buy a handover, what? You don't send there anybody, you don't go. So when the compassion people take over the area, you begin crying. You know, we have taken the percentage that most of the people who are converting from Islam to Christianity, they are coming from that area. What have you done? And yet you have been given the responsibility to be there. Number 3, I wanted to share with the members that when we have our platform of the patrons, people don't value communication that is put on the platform. We have communicated through the platform, and then somebody is saying, but were we invited? Did they tell us? Now, why do we have a WhatsApp group? So let us honor and also respect communications that are digital. Then colleagues, it is not by option. We are not saying that you are allowed to either be, but it is in your mandate to have a smartphone as a patron. If you don't have, you come to the region and they fundraise, they give you, because we don't want to disturb us. Every time we have communication, you say you didn't know. I didn't know. They put on the platform. You are saying you didn't know. Now, who should know for you? A full patron? Students have smartphones, and you are explaining to us that you don't have a smartphone. A patron. I don't want to hear such noise. A patron, you don't have a smartphone, and they are communicating. The region is communicating. The National Executive Council is communicating. You don't even attend. You don't even come for delegates council, and you say I was not informed. And information is running for 3 months for the delegates conference. 3 months, and then time comes that people have failed to mobilize children to go. Like somebody fails to mobilize the chairperson, the secretary of women affairs, and also the Dawa secretary, and is the patron. Full petrol. Now, why should we give you that position? You resign. Resign and you give somebody else. You are not supposed to get money from your pocket. You are only supposed to use the skills, talk to the children, and let children participate in their activities. Help them talk to their parents. They will support them. But for you, you are sitting on your responsibility, and you think children will do work on their own. No. I want to end by requesting the region that our MSAU home, this meeting as we have come in this Congress, we should be guided on how to begin, and we really begin. Jazakumullahu khair wa barakallahu fikum.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Dear our chief guest, His Excellency the President, the Chairman of the Regional Executive Council, the patrons of different districts and different secondary school patrons, Her Excellency the Lady Vice of Ayuso, Wal, Chairman of different decks and the Musas, Secretary for Human Affairs, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My name is Nagwere Amiri. I'm the Deputy Regional Patron of Muslim Student Association of Uganda, Eastern Region. We are really proud and glad to have you here. It has been, I think, some time back since we had the gathering like this one, so you are among the best team that was selected to attend the MSAU Patrons Congress. And we always have Patrons Congress for 3 days. Actually, as the brother said, the deputy patron was saying that one day it's not really enough, because we have a number of things that we need to really share as a Muslim community, as a Muslim students, as a Muslim brothers and sisters, as a family, as leaders. That's why we feel maybe one day it may not be enough. But I just want to mention 1 or 2 things that we may go back with. One, there's one patron who mentioned about politics and leadership in Islam. As leaders, we train you on how you need to solve some things in our societies and for our family. There are different ways of handling and solving things. The first thing, you either solve it in Islam way or you solve it in a political way. Okay? Especially in terms of bureaucracy or protocol in our schools or district. If you feel working with the district card, it is the more easier. Why can't you bring district card on board? How can you bring district card or Sheikh Hetwali or the Imam on board? How do you bring the district card on board? Visit his home. You visit his home, or you make him visit your home. That is if in case you have it. Then the other key issue that we really need to put in mind, especially our dear patrons, we want the Muslim students to performing in class and outside. If they don't perform in class and they perform outside, it will be a 1-0, okay? It will be a 1-0. We should score in class and outside. Once you see a student participating in community work, can you take time and check on his or her report in class? If he's performing poorly, advise.
Dear my patrons from different districts, from different schools, from regional Eastern. Allow me to tell you some of our upcoming programs which we are having. On 8th March, we are hoping to have region competitions. We need your effort as patron of the district. We need your effort as patron of schools. This regional competition is going to be in Quran competition. It's going to be in news reading. It's going to be in hadith and so on. So we do request all districts to participate on 8th April. We shall be in our second 10 days in Ramadan. 8th April. March. 8th April. It will be 8th April. We shall be in our second 10 days in Ramadan. So we do request all districts to participate in that activity. We also requested that each district is supposed to contribute 150. In order for you to qualify as the district, you should register with the Regional Executive Council with 150. That
one of the successes he has is most of the mosques he goes to lead as the imam. He has established the savings what? A savings group. And you have seen actually even the women. There's a mosque. Every year they are producing a motorbike. Every year they are producing a motorbike. And they're giving out to the Muslim youths within their what? Within their village. So can we have a savings group as patronage so that we know that one thing can be handled in one way or the other? We can divert some percentage of the money towards the activities and the handovers of some activities and to help this regional chairman and the district chairman. This will need a lot of money, but they are students. You get it? Yes, sometimes he needs transport to go somewhere. When they invite himself president, people think that he has money. I've represented himself as himself president in some regions. And the way they welcome you alone, they give a lot of problems. So let us discuss the issue of the savings group, inshallah, in the patrons group. As they said, remember, as patrons, we are not belittling you, but we are saying this because of how hearted we are. A district patron, and you don't have a smartphone. Students are here owning smartphones of 1 million, 1.5, even if they're second hand. You get it? But they're holding what? They're holding very expensive phones. As a patron, we don't expect information to lose you. Then the other thing is, as a patron, there are some groups that you should not miss reading. Go there and see what is there. Even if you don't post, but read. You get it, Yes, but you know very well that you're MSAU patron. You have been put on the MSAU Senior Members Forum. You have put on Eastern Region. You have put on patrons. You have put on what? You have put on deck. But you just skip all those groups. You find there 1,000 messages unread. You should read them every day.
I'm now diverting my voice from the patrons to our leaders. These are our leaders who are going to lead us throughout. Because some of them, they lead us at Musa level. Then we look at them and give them an opportunity to become leaders at district level. It's from there that they become the regional leaders, or others become the national leaders. But as we are blending patrons, these students, they also very hard to manage. That one is out of experience. When they elect, or when you appoint someone to become a chairperson, a chairman of a Musa, a chairman of a district, sometimes they reach time and become the overall leaders. They don't even respect that this one is a patron. I would quote the example during the handovers, the district handover, the Musa handover. These leaders, they reach time and divert from the instruction of the patron. You give them the guidelines of how the program is going to move. Then from there they say, oyo petroni tagenda tusobola. Patron tagenda kolachi tusobola. They also come up with their plans, their program behind yours. When you meet, you agree on some issues. When they go the other side, they also do their own things. You only realize them on the handover time. So our leaders, let us respect the programs in the Constitution. All of us, we are using the Constitution, the MSAU Constitution. If it is a handover, what are the major things that we need to put into our program? We reach time and invite very many visitors, and we wish those visitors also to address us during the handover. And you know very well that in that process of handover, the major key issues that we majorly focus on, one is the exchange of files, two, the swearing in ceremony, and that item normally takes some good time. Then taking of the oath of commitment. Those are the major things that we would wish to put more emphasis when we are carrying out or executing the handover activity. Let us agree with our parents. Agree with our patrons in preparation. You sit with your your patron, ask him, how many visitors are we going to have? And who is supposed to address during the handover day? Not everybody that is supposed to give. Most especially, we go ahead to invite the Twale sheikhs, and we have some DKs. I'm sorry to mention it. We have some DKs who doesn't even know the principles of MSAU. If that one comes, he will wish the program to move as they wish, as they have in their minds. So let us stick on our programs. If we have invited them, we have the right to tell them that we have invited you to witness the handover. If you want them to address, you agree with your patron and give that person the information he's supposed to pass over to us. It is a handover, then someone comes and addresses you about death. You people, let us prepare for death. We expect the information to be in line with leadership. Okay? So our leaders, let us be in line with our patrons as we are executing our activity. Thank you very much. I wish you well.
I would like to use this opportunity in this congregation that let me request our leaders, the ones who are leading us, that let us find a permanent solution to that, so that we don't keep on having excuses. If there are some loopholes that are existing between maybe the patrons and those on top, let us iron them out, and we see that the association moves on very well. But if that is not there, we shall continue blaming the patron until the last minute of our life. That is my major concern. Then two, yesterday I was in class. For us, we have begun teaching, and I was teaching about prohibited marriages in Islam. That is senior 6th class. And I've learned of a new prohibited marriage again in this congregation here. That is what Brother Yasin was talking about. That is the marriage between the patrons and the students. I guess that is a prohibited marriage too, isn't it? So that one also needs a serious concern. Since you, the leaders, are here, we need to address that as soon as possible. Otherwise, we shall be blamed for over and over. If an issue comes up, you as the leaders or you as the leader, what solution have you provided towards the problem that has come so that it can end? If there is no solution, then it will continue for many years. All right, those are some of my views that I had. I hope to get positive response, inshallah.
Thank you so much.
Suggestions brought to our facilitator. First of the method of electing or having our leaders. We have a challenge that as we go, we will not differentiate, or our learners or our Muslims, they've not given a difference between politics in Islam and politics outside Islam. So as we continue with the method of election, two things are contradicting: the fear of excitement and the fear of ability. You find that wherever our students, our learners have an opportunity of something called an election, they want to show us what they do outside the school, and they bring it in the mosque, forgetting the core values of the reason that's why we are electing leaders. So I'm 100 in support of the Shura method. Secondly, you've summarized very well the challenges. Actually, these challenges are uniform. You find that Mbale Progressive Home, Mbale State, same challenges with Budaka and elsewhere. But in summary, as a patron, it depends on how you package yourself, how you package yourself. I'm sure there is no administration which is not willing to support Masaba. But how do we package that when you sell out the worker plan, it is easily bought, it is easily accepted, and you can get support? What I've observed, that in our schools, for instance, you may find the head teacher is Paul, the deputy is Hassan, but Paul understands easily than Hassan. Then now you begin, if you reach at Paul, Paul says, just get the pen, approves. When you reach at Hassan, so all in all, how do we package? I'm telling you that they are willing to do everything. Otherwise, I may give many or incite many, but giving gap to my fellow participants, I'm very grateful, and may the Almighty Allah give us the wisdom to put, we implement as per this patron's handbook, inshallah ta'ala. Barakallahu fikum.
My name is Moko Saleh, patron, deputy patron in Mutumba district. I had discussed with the few people who were here that as MSAU, we are a very big team and we deserve to have our own offices. And before we leave this place, we wish just to agree that indeed God is will. This year we get our own place. And I know we can contribute through patrons and other people, that this year we can purchase our own land and we start constructing our own offices. Then also I heard you, the fellow patrons, that indeed in our districts we can contribute also, and we get some land and we put district offices. We can make it. That's what I believe, because our lands are very cheap. I'm in estates, what I'm talking about, at least I have experience. Then another thing, the regional body, please, we request that you share with us work plans and constitution. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Some challenges they are there. Some they are cooking pork, some for being forced to remove veils, leaders disappearing, or leaders not doing their work, misuse of money. And we are here. We have Christians as patrons in schools. And we are here. You get it? So as a patron, you can understand. How are you going to deal with this thing?
I was also coming with him. Unfortunately, he's so tired, but he brings you salam. He was also the president of MSAU Eastern Region, Sheikh Bakar Obilan. He has just come back from Umrah yesterday, and he brings all of you salam. I'm not seeing any new face here. Yakubu, we have worked with them, most of you. Wahab, I've not forgotten you. And one of the best moments I had is when I was teaching in secondary. Because I feel I've touched the hearts of many young men in secondary school than the time I've spent working in higher tertiary institutions. One time when I went to Kampala, they clamped my car on the street. I wrongly parked the car on the street where I'm not supposed. You know, I'd come from Soroti, so I entered without knowing the city program. So they clamped my car. They told me, go and pay in Nkrumah office, go and pay this fine. So as I was there, I found the queue was long. I sat. Little did I know that one of my former students was the one in charge of that office. So he came there and said, Mr. Nasib. He said, yes. What's the problem? How can I help you? Sir, do you remember me? I said, no. I think I've forgotten. Yeah, you taught me in 2008 in Soroti. I said, oh, that is good. So within 2 minutes, he just made the call. Hurry, go and open that car. Jump, no, we're on the border. No, jump on the border, go and open that car. So when I come here and find the doors as being my own, I'm very proud of you. And this makes us proud as teachers. We pray that Allah makes this position the best for you and He protects you from it, from all the evils that associates with it. Amen. You are very many, and as a former teacher of Nur, I think we need to remobilize. You are very many. We have even Dr. Fatuma. Fatuma was with you in the same class. I taught her, I think. We have even medical doctors. So that was very good.
Even Amir.
Amir, thank you. Amir was absent by then when I was teaching there. So I want to thank you all for this good work. I want to thank people who are making innovations. When I was in the regional executive for Eastern, there is some bid that we innovated. During Easter period, Good Friday, then there is Saturday, Easter, then Easter Monday. It was our Muslim students who would go and enjoy a lot of fuske, those dance and so what, enjoy that holiday. Yet the Christians themselves, they collect themselves and go somewhere and collect their youth there. So we said, no, let's innovate, and we have some. In fact, we had called it Easter Seminar. Then people say, but then we put it with Easter. I said, whatever name, let's innovate something that keeps students around. I don't know if you are still continuing with that program. Let's continue. It is very important to invite people during Easter holiday. Call students from different schools, you bring them in one place and see how you discuss matters that will help their life, that can move their Islam and can improve their Iman. That would be a very good innovation. I want to thank these schools, Mbale and the Mbale and Mbale Deck. for innovating these circles. From the patron, I'm told Mbale deck has about 50,000, and then Mbale SS has about 300,000. I think I can also top for them 50,000 they divide. Yeah? So that
Mbale deck or Mbale SS?
no, which one has less money? Okay, let's give Mbale deck 30,000, and then also give no, let's give Mbale SS 30,000 because they have contributed a lot. We should encourage them, and then give 20,000 to Mbale, so that next time they also.
Then the region.
The region has no money, so why do you give?
Why do you give
The Baganda say, Gapurukuta with Gapurukuta. Okay? If it rains, it will not rain where and follow the no, it will follow where. So first collect money, we shall add money. That is even the Bible says, those who have shall be added. Those who don't have, even the little you have, we shall be taken away from. Takbir! My name is Nasib Yusuf, a teacher by profession and also a politician because I'm a student of, by profession, a student of political science. One of my degrees is in political science. And then, yeah, I don't need to tell you my papers because I'm not applying for a job, but currently I'm working with the Islamic University in Uganda as the Deputy University Coordinator. I'm also the Director of Soroti Nur Secondary School, and then Hupu Nursery and Primary School in Kumi.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم فإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم صدق الله العلي العظيم.